It wasn't easy process. Anyone who want to go to Gaza has to get clearance from 3 entities, from the Egyptian government, from the Gazan government, and from the IDF, from Israel. As you can imagine, the one from the IDF is the most challenging one. But alhamdulillah, I got it. So I got the clearance from all those 3 entities. And then we flew to Al-Qahira. We spent 1 night there. And then at 5 a.m. the next day, we start the trip to Gaza. The trip to Gaza, ideally, like distance-wise, if you were to be here in the US, should take about 3.5 to 4 hours. It took us 13 hours to arrive. Multiple security checkpoints, multiple random investigation, checking the luggage again and again and again. And it's really sad that we were almost treated as if we were criminal to a certain degree. I don't blame the people who were doing this to us, the Egyptian security guard and whatnot. Wallahi, you can tell that they were doing that, not wanting to do that. Clearly, they were forced to do it. So clearly, it was obvious that there was some kind of instructions to make it as difficult as possible, unfortunately. And I could be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong, but that's how I felt. A trip that should take 4 hours took us 13 hours. When we arrived to Ma'bar Rafah, the Rafah crossing point, which unfortunately the Israeli took over earlier today, we arrived around 5:30 p.m. and it's starting to become dark, and they wouldn't let us in. They said, no, you arrived too late, you have to go back. We negotiated for about 2-3 hours. They wouldn't let us, so we went to Al Arish, which is about 1 hour away from Rafah, and then we spent the night. Then we came the next day. Alhamdulillah, we managed to get in. I myself, I was in Deir al-Balah, which is, if you know the geography of Gaza, you have Gaza city, Khan Yunis in the middle, and then Deir al-Balah is in between. So I was between Gaza and Deir al-Balah, Gaza and Khan Yunis. The hospital is called Shuhada al-Aqsa, the Martyrs of Al-Aqsa. It's really sad. That hospital is meant to be OBGYN hospital. This hospital is for delivering babies, and that's all they can do usually. But subhanAllah, with the time of the war, with Al-Shifa and Nasser hospital completely destroyed, they stepped up their game and they managed to function as a trauma hospital. So that's where I was for the 2 weeks period.
Incredible. So Dr. Bara, walk us through. You cross over from Egypt. Now you're in Gaza. You enter into Gaza. Are you on your own now as a group of doctors, just knowing that you need to get to this hospital, or is there someone that's there, taking you along your way?
So we were a group of 20 people, about 6 or 7 from the US, 6 or 7 from Europe, and 7 to 8 from Jordan. We all met in Cairo. We went in. We were 18 brothers and 2 sisters, 19 doctors and 1 nurse. When we crossed, there were someone from the Ministry of Health welcoming us.
Okay.
And remind me later to tell you, there was a specific story that happened with one of the people of the Ministry of Health. That was a very touching story. We'll talk about it later. But there was a gentleman, or a doctor actually, from the Ministry of Health who welcomed us. They took us to the European hospital. Anytime we go through anytime we make any movement inside Gaza, we had to give our coordination to the IDF to make sure they don't target our car. So we had to be in a specific car, specific microbus that took us from Ma'bar Rafah to the European hospital, where we split there. So some of us stayed at the European hospital. I went up to Deir al-Balah, to Mashfa Shuhada al-Aqsa.